Last month, I wrote a piece on madness and art for the V magazine, which is a magazine for women in prison and on licence. And for the next issue, I'm hoping to write a piece for women prisoners on getting spiritual in confinement. And I thought that could also extend to getting spiritual while we're in lockdown. So there was a couple of things that I've been doing that you can also do from your home to kind of foster feelings of spirituality and just feel, well, it's good for well-being. So one of the things that I thought you could do was keep a dream journal. And I don't know about you, but I'm napping, I haven't got much work on, so I'm napping a lot. I take valerian root tablets and then just go on a nice dreamy nap. But I keep a dream journal, so by my bedside I've got a little diary, and every day when I have a nice dream I'll write it down and keep a dream journal. And I've been doing this for quite a few years now, but it's quite nice when you look at old dream journals, you read them and it's like it actually happened. It's kind of quite spooky, but it's really nice. And then you can go, you can buy books. My friend Rocky bought me a really nice book to interpret dreams, or you can go on dreammoods.com and interpret the symbolism in your dreams, because so often they're like metaphors for what's going on in your subconscious. So I think it's really helpful to keep a dream journal, and it does feel quite nice and spiritual. So that's one thing that you can do. Another thing I've been doing is reading tarot cards. So I've been doing it for myself, and I've been reading tarot cards for friends as well, doing 1 minute, one card reading and uploading it to YouTube. So that's another thing that you can do. And it's just like, it's just a really nice thing, it's for personal development really, and you can use what the cards tell you, and you can interpret them how you like. Make it quite positive. And it's just sort of tools for self-development really, and suggestions and inspiration on what you can do with your days while we're in lockdown, and what you can do to build on things for the future as well. What else? Tarots, dreams, oh yeah, nature. Like I read a book on shamanism a few years ago, and one of the things it suggested was to go for nice walks in the country park, and we can do this as part of our one a day exercise. And I've been walking through the local marshes. There's like a really sort of like large expanse of grass. It's quite long grass, it's very lush and green, and it's just really nice to walk through it. I think in shamanism they suggest hugging a tree. It's just that kind of vibration that nature has, that you can rub off on yourself, and it's very cleansing, it's very grounding. So being in nature is another thing you can do to get spiritual. So maybe just going for a walk in your local park and just making sure that you tread on the grass, and you can even take your shoes off and just really kind of feel the grass beneath your feet, and it's really nice. So those are my 3 things to do that maybe the women prisoners can do in my essay that I'm planned to write as well. But what are your tips? I'd love to hear them. If you've got any things that you do to get spiritual, I'd love to hear them and include them in the essay, especially if there's any articles to read or any resources that I can access from home. It'd be really useful, and I'll include it in the article. One other thing that I did, not in lockdown, but I was at home and I didn't have much to do, but was a spiritual playlist. So basically all the songs that are spiritual, that I find kind of spiritual meaning in, I collated them in a Spotify playlist. I think they've got a bit of Sting, a bit of hip hop, sort of the conscious rap. So yeah, that's another thing that I did. And if I'm ever feeling down, I'll listen to that playlist, and it really does kind of give me a good vibe feeling. So that's another thing you can do as well. Maybe work on a playlist, and it doesn't have to be spiritual songs. It could just be songs that are meaningful for you. But like I said, I'd love to hear of how you're getting spiritual in lockdown, and we'll pass them on to women prisoners. And yeah, I hope everyone's keeping well, staying safe, and staying indoors. Thanks.